Hello everyone, I'm coming at you guys today with my review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the old lady and the shoe. Let's go ahead and get into this review. Candy is at home reading a bridal book, Todd is playing pool, and Carmen came over to talk to Candy or work for Candy. I don't know which one it was, but anyways, Candy told Carmen that she's back to planning her wedding, and that her mom apologized to her for basically making her cry on national TV about her ring. And then Candy was like, she's not really tripping about her mom's behavior because this is normal for Joyce. Every time Candy get close to someone, Joyce always attack that person. So anyways, Carmen was like, your mom is not going to be happy until you have no one but her. And I have to agree with that because lately, the behaviors that Joyce has been displaying lately, she's reminding me of this lady that I saw on a Lifetime Movie Network movie. I forgot the name of it, but it was about this lady. She lived with her 20-something-year-old daughter, and she did not like her daughter to have any friends or anything like that, and she went ballistic when she found out that her daughter had a boyfriend. She went as far as to poisoning the family dog, because she felt like the dog was getting all of her daughter's attention. So anyways, Candy went in to tell Carmen that her mom is also tripping about the fact that Todd has pictures hanging up on the wall. So they went to this wall. There were two pictures up there that we saw. One was a picture of Todd and his mom, and another of Todd and his daughter. So Todd is walking up the stairs, so I'm assuming that he was in the basement playing pool. And Candy told Todd, I was just telling Carmen how my mom is tripping about you having pictures on the wall. So he was like, well, who live here? And he told Candy, look, you need to talk to your mama, put her in her place, let her know she can't keep doing what she's doing. And so Candy was like, well, Todd, this is what my mom does. She, attacks the person that I'm with. And so Todd was like, look, you need to talk to your mama. Not really too much to talk about in the scene where Nene, Brent, and Greg went over to Chuck and Monique's house. But I will say this, Brent is growing really fast before our eyes. And of course, Greg was giving us nursing home swag. He had his blue blocker minis on. But anyways, they went outside in the backyard. They were, having cocktails by the pool. And then Nene asked Chuck if he ever had a relationship with Candy. He was like, he had sex with her one time and that was it. And then Nene brought up Phaedra being a head doctor on the campus. And I thought that she didn't know Phaedra before this show. So I was like a little confused about that. But anyways, Chuck was like he never had a relationship with Phaedra. So Phaedra and Apollo have a chat, and Apollo had on this hiker's backpack. And long story short, he kind of somewhat apologized for his actions, about this texting situation between him and Kenya. But he told Phaedra, look, I think you hear what you want to hear, and you got a misconception of what I was telling you. And I was like, girl, better Phaedra than me, because I would have told Apollo, look, I have a misconception of what it is that you actually do around here. Now, I understand you got a record and you can't really get a job or anything, and you talking about you renovating this place. Yeah, I see you hanging up mirrors, but let me really see you do some hard labor. Let me see you mow the lawn. Let me see you take out the trash. Let me see you pull up these carpets, put down some hardwood floors. Let me see you change up some light fixtures around here. I mean, what he need to be doing is creating a user account on careerbuilder.com, create himself a resume and submit it off to these temp agencies and see if they can get him a job working in a warehouse. So anyways, like I said, he apologized to her. She forgave him, and he was like, he missed the old Phaedra, the Phaedra that used to let him bend her over in the bathroom. And I'm like, damn, what's up with the bathroom nowadays? Because Saturday we was watching Cheetahs. And this girl, she was 27 years old, and she wanted to know if her 48-year-old boyfriend was cheating on her. Now, he didn't have a job. She was a hairstylist. He didn't have a car. He was driving her truck. And every week he would tell her that he's going to the barber shop. So what he would do is take her truck and park it in the parking lot of the barber shop, and he would hop in the car with another lady and go to like Applebee's, the 2 for $20 deal. Then he'll take her bag and have sex with her in the public restroom. So confrontation day came, and you know where they were, in the public restroom. So cheaters and the camera crew and the girl, they bust in and caught them. And when I tell you, the girl with a lady that he was cheating on his girlfriend with, when I tell you, look, if you don't know these people that I'm about to tell you, look, I will post a link down below in the description box. And if I can find a clip of that particular episode, I will also add it into the description box as well. But when I tell you, this lady, oh, she had to be a strong 60. When I tell you, she looked like a blend of Irma Thomas and a little sprinkle of Kermit the Frog. In all, she looked like a gremlin. Candy, Todd, and Carmen, they were prepared for this fitness party, and everybody came through, including Kenya, but with the exception of Porsha. And Candy was like, where's Porsha? So Nene called Porsha's sister because, you know, she heard that Porsha was in the hospital. So Porsha's sister said, look, Porsha fainted. We rushed her to the hospital. They gave her some fluids, and she's in stable condition. Her mom just brought her home, so we're just watching her right now. So Nene was like, okay, oh, I'll just call and check on her. And then immediately Nene changed the subject. She went from checking on Porsha to planning an all-girls trip to Savannah in 0.00 seconds. So in the middle of their workout, Kenya, of all people, had the audacity to talk about Phaedra's body after giving birth to 2 kids during her commentary. And I was like, fix a flat face. I know you're not talking about nobody, girl. You just got put out your house. You have an eviction on your credit, and the sheriff was in front of your door making sure you had your things out when you were supposed to have your things out. You are planning your future with your imaginary Nigerian boyfriend. Girl, please have a seat. Thing 1 and thing 2, aka Porsha and her little sister, they were like completely dumbfounded in the pharmacy. They were looking for some pain medications for Porsha because all of a sudden now she's having headaches. And she claimed that she fainted when she was at home. And the doctor told her that she has a condition, but she don't know the name of it. All she knows is that the blood doesn't go to her brain to give it oxygen or whatever, and that's why she's having these fainting spells. Porsha and her sister found the pain medication, and then immediately Porsha claimed that she was feeling a little hot, so she had to sit down for a moment. Nene called Porsha to ask her if she would like to accompany the rest of the girls to Savannah for this all-girls trip. And then Porsha was like, yeah, because she can use this time to release some stress. And, you know, just like Porsha, she said something stupid. She said that sometimes a death, a wedding, and a funeral can bring people closer. So I'll say that one more time. She said a death, a wedding, and a funeral sometimes bring people closer. So anyways, if you ask me, I think that Porsha is suffering from Munchausen Syndrome. I think that's what it's called. It's a syndrome where people suffer from that are they claim sickness on themselves, or they hurt themselves in order to gain attention from other people. I really don't feel sorry for Porsha whatsoever. Number one, she claimed that she knew in advance that Cordell was gay, but she went to him and talked to him about the situation because there were some things that she witnessed, and he made her feel comfortable about the situation, so she married him. Her name wasn't on the deed. She did not have access to his bank accounts or anything like that. So girl, I don't feel sorry for you at all. Right now you're talking about him in every scene of every episode, and it's really tiresome, like for real. And you know, last week Porsha went to look at a place to stay, and she was like, she don't feel like she needs to be on her own right now. She said that she feel like she needs to be nurtured a little bit more. And I'm like, Porsha, girl, you are so wrong on so many levels. Girl, you moved into your mama's place. You put your mama out her room. You put spoiled food in this lady's refrigerator, and you talking about you don't want to live out on your own. Girl, you got bedroom candy, sex toys, all in your mama's bed. Girl, you really need to grow up and get a place of your own. So Candy, Carmen, and I don't know who the other guy was. I'm assuming it was one of Candy's workers. We'll call him Candy's worker. But anyways, they all arrived to this bridal shop, and Candy wanted to try on some dresses. So they went to the back. Candy's trying on dresses, and then her mom and Candy's 2 aunts, they came in, and I tell you, they look like They just left a card game. When I tell you they look like they just finished playing bingo, one of them looked like she just put a pot of pinto beans on the stove. So anyways, they go to the back. Miss Joyce sees Carmen there, and Miss Joyce just started picking on Carmen, talking about she's sleeping with Todd, and you know, everybody's talking about it. And then Carmen was like, there is no everybody, you are everybody. And the MD 2020 strawberry banana flavor, or the Cisco, or the Boone's Farm must have kicked in on Miss Joyce, because she jumped up, grabbed that clock, and she wanted to throw it at Carmen. So Carmen left out. Candy came out to, you know, try to calm her mom down. Candy went in the back. She was like, she's not feeling it anymore, putting on dresses, so she just put her things on. She wanted to leave. So like I said, she talked to her mom. One of her aunts jumped up, the one with the short hair with the rings on her finger, that one. She lied to Candy, talking about Carmen raised up like she wanted to beat Joyce up in there. And I'm like, girl, for real, y'all lying on this girl like that? Like, seriously? So Carmen came back. Candy went back to try on another dress, and then Carmen and Miss Joyce got into it again. Miss Joyce was like, Carmen is jealous of Candy. She wants everything that Candy have. She said that Candy gives all her leftovers to Carmen. She gets leftover hair, leftover shoes, leftover bags. And I'm like, damn, Miss Joyce, you really going in on Carmen. You didn't go that hard on Kim, and Kim took money from Candy. Y'all remember Candy wrote 2 songs for Kim. One was Don't Be Tardy, and the other one was The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing. Now Kim, she went out and performed this song on stages. She uploaded to iTunes. She made a bunch of money from Don't Be Tardy, and she didn't give Candy a dime. So once again, Miss Joyce, you didn't go that hard on Kim. So Candy came back out, and then her mom was like, look, I don't want you to get married. And the 2 aunts, they said the same thing as well. Now Candy, you weren't about Todd signing the prenup. You need to get your mama and your aunts to sign one as well, because they're trying to keep that money in the family. They're not worrying about if your heart gets broken. They're worrying about the money. That is it. You need to put your mama in her place, because Carmen, better her than me, because I'd have told Joyce something. I'd have told her, look, you need to get your little old ass out of my face and go sit down somewhere and sip on some Geritol tea. But Candy, isn't your dad like a pastor or something? Like, you really need to contact your dad so he could put his hands on your mom and your aunt, so he could rebuke them demons. Because there are 2 old, like 60 and 70-year-old women just to be carrying on the way they did in their bridal shop. So Candy's worker told Miss Joyce and her sisters, like, you know, you guys like a gang or something like that. So one of them said thank you, and I'm like, damn, they're more like the Copper Girls. You can't say the Golden Girls because they're just too damn messy. But Miss Joyce, you really went in on Carmen, and Carmen, girl, I would have went off on Joyce. Now Candy, you need to stop all that crying. You need to grow a backbone. You need to stand up to your mom. You need to let your mom know she can't be doing all this stuff that she's doing. She's taking your money. That's the one that's taking your money, your mama. You need to put her in her place. Guys, that is my review. So until my next review,